Welcome to Your Daily Writing Habit, episode number 743. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing your book but you need some help getting it done, you are in the right place. Good morning. Happy Writer Wednesday, everyone. I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh. If you're looking for me online, look for Christine Inc., like that stuff we write with. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've learned over my 19 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author, and they can turn someone who barely sees themselves as a writer into a published book author. Those three things are writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. And once again, good morning, everyone. Happy Writer Wednesday. Each Wednesday here on the show, what I do is I share a quote that I've come across that is pertinent to writing or being an author or all that other good stuff. I then find a way to apply the quote or the wisdom of the quote to your writing in the most actionable way possible. Here is this week's quote. If it sounds like writing, I rewrite it. Or if proper usage gets in the way, it may have to go. I can't allow what we learned in English composition to disrupt the sound and rhythm of the narrative. Elmore Leonard. And here are my thoughts on that. And first, kind of a fun fact to ground my thoughts in. A line from one of the Amazon reviews of my novel, Canyon Road, actually read, "If you are a fan of Elmore Leonard, you will be a fan of this book." And I was just incredibly honored to have that as one of my Amazon reviews. So clearly I am biased toward the brand of Mr. Leonard's writing wisdom. And I like what he's saying in this quote in particular. And the big takeaway for me is to understand the distinction between author storyteller and grammar professor. And yes, I realize that much of the public hears the word writer and they instantly think that our greatest strength is somehow a profound knowledge of grammar and that we're walking dictionaries and thesauruses. And if you've ever told anybody that you're a writer, you've probably experienced that perception. And I don't know about you, but that is absolutely not the truth about me. I mean, I know grammar, and obviously, but I'm not a grammar professor, and that's why I love the editors I work with, because our number one job as authors is to tell compelling stories, to use our imaginations, to do things that others can't do, to craft these just incredible stories in our imaginations and take our readers on a journey, holding their interest and attention from beginning to end of the book. This quote also aligns with one of my favorite pieces of writing advice for my authors that I give here on the show regarding first drafts, and that is to word vomit. I know, it's such a lovely imagery, right? Word vomit the story, thoughts, and ideas in your head, uncensored and unedited. This is for your first draft, of course. The whole purpose of subsequent drafts is to shape all those words on the page. Even then, as Mr. Leonard alludes to in his quote, if proper English disrupts the style of your story and the flow of your narrative, don't write it in perfectly proper English just for the sake of. Tell a great story, period. And I promise I won't report you to your high school English teacher. Therefore, recapping today's quote, if it sounds like writing, I rewrite it. Or if proper usage gets in the way, it may have to go. I can't allow what we learned in English composition to disrupt the sound and rhythm of the narrative. Elmore Leonard. Thank you for joining me here on Your Daily Writing Habit, where I am helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And please drop by my Inc. Authors group on Facebook for motivation, accountability, book writing, publishing resources, and more. I always drop the link in the show notes. And I would also be very appreciative if you could subscribe to the show wherever you happen to be listening to it and leave a review. Thank you. Until tomorrow. Happy writing.